One, two, one, two. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm live, oh baby, live, live. I'm live, boo, 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 live. Go and tell 'em I am live. What's going on, everybody out there? Mr. Sandman signing back in real quick. Episode 59 of the Council Roundtable. Where we talk about the old fashioned wrestling, let y'all know what's happening. Y'all already know the vibes. You know how we start off the show, you know what I'm saying? With this day in wrestling history. You know, I get the source from TJR Wrestling. Shouts go out to them. And on this day in wrestling history, we're going to start in 1965, right? In the main event of the Madison Square Garden show, Bruno Sammartino defeated and retained the WWF Championship against Tarzan Tyler. After the event, Sammartino went to a restaurant in Manhattan and locked the WWF Championship title belt in his car. Following his meal, he discovered that his car had broken into and the belt had been stolen. In 2011, a former wrestler by the name of Handsome Johnny Barron passed and sold what? Oh, I read it wrong. Okay. Johnny Barron passed and so his widow decided to move back home to Hawaii. When emptying the attic, she came across the WWF title belt wrapped up in a towel and was deemed to be the original one used when the WWF split away from the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA. The title was bought by Dave Milliken, who makes belts for WWE. Mm. I never know about that situation right there. Like, damn, broke into this dude San Martino window just to get the heavyweight belt. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Well, why don't they do stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to nowadays of wrestling, I think this is another example of maybe wrestling should take place more on out the ring type aspect. Because imagine if somebody was to do something like that nowadays, break into somebody's rental, what may have you, and steal their heavyweight titles. You know that'll lead to a good storyline. So like a a a challenger gets defeated by the champion, and it gets to the point where the challenger is so frustrated. Of course, kayfabe. He breaks into the to the rental and steals the championship. And so basically, the champion got to basically he's like the uncrowned champion, so he has to hunt down the dude which is the challenger that stole the heavyweight belt. Shit, look at what happened with this dude Volta, which you know him now as Gunther. Remember when whoever was stole stuff from out of his rental? This dude was still at NXT UK. Y'all remember that when he had stole whoever was that stole belongings from this dude Volta out of his rental? I think he stole the belt also, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Something to really think about. In 1987, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty defeated Boris Zukov and Soldat Usanov to win the AWA World Tag Team Championships, but had the decision overturned when it was discovered the Rockers pinned the wrong man. See, this is when they was in AWA, because there was a Midnight Rockers at AWA, and when it came to WWF, they just took the Midnight out and just had them as the Rockers. In 1993, on an episode of Monday Night Raw, it was made official that Shawn Michaels had been stripped of the IC Championship. The official line was that he had the belt taken away from him due to having not defended the title for more than 30 days. Although he had defended it on August 30th at SummerSlam 28 days earlier. The real reason was that Michaels had failed a drug test, which he disputed, and walked out on the company. Is that when he lost the smile? Oh, man. And that's the other thing, too. Like, really think of it. It's a lot of times this dude, Shawn Michaels, hasn't really defended the Intercontinental belt. It was always taken away from him, or some type of loophole or some silly stuff like that. In Hamilton, Ontario, WWF presented In Your House Breakdown. Edge will make his pay-per-view singles debut against Owen Hart, which will end with Hart getting the pin after a mysterious blonde-haired guy came from the crowd and distracted Edge. We all know that was Christian. That was Christian's debut. Elsewhere on the cards, The Rock pinned Ken Shamrock in a triple threat cage match, which also featured Mick Foley as Mankind. The main event was also a triple threat match in name, with WWF champion facing off against the Undertaker and Lame, which is Kane, of course, who have been told that they weren't allowed to beat each other for the belt. Hold on, wait a second. It would only count if one of them beat Austin. The match ended with both Brothers of Destruction pinning Stone Cold at the same time, leaving everyone wondering who was the official champion. Afterwards, Vince McMahon came to the ring, took the Smoking Skull belt, and rode off in a limousine with no clear winner announced. In 1999, in the highest rated segment in Raw history in terms of audience size, and featuring Mankind, Mick Foley presenting This Is Your Life presentation to The Rock. It would feature guests such as The Rock's home economics teacher, gym teacher, and old high school girlfriend. And Shorty looked like a wash. Like what the fuck was that? And that's another thing too. Wasn't she white? I think she was white. The supposed high school girlfriend. You notice this dude Rock love him some white girls. There's nothing wrong with that. You like how you like who you like. But it's always him and a white girl, especially like when it comes to movies. When it comes to young Rock, he always got to have a white girl around him. A white girl always got to be his lover or the damsel in distress when it comes to his movies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was so shocked. He had said what he said about Make the Stallion, that he wanted to make the Stallion. He wanted to be Make the Stallion's pet. Like, that was just so out of character. Because, this dude Rock love him some white girls. But that segment had an 8.2 audience rating. Damn. 8.2. And that was just for that segment alone. WWE would never see numbers like that ever again. Somebody might have to get, and I don't want it to happen, but somebody would have to get shot on live TV for that to happen, for that spike to come back. 8.2? Man, that was like a lifetime ago, man. Like, well, we all remember that segment. That was definitely good memories. In 2012, in the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, Samoa Joe defeated Mr. Anderson by pinfall to win the vacant TNA TV Championship. It was assumed at the time that the former champion Devon was leaving the company due to contract disputes. So the title was taken off of him a few days before, but he would return just 2 weeks later at Bound for Glory. And isn't that when he was down with the Aces and Eights? He was the first member to get unmasked. I think it was. He was the first member to get unmasked. And that's when the crowd was like, "This is awkward. This is awkward."
Yo,
So, what's going on, fellas?
What
oh,
the
I'm
hell
chilling. I'm
picture
just
is that? Looks like a dude's getting a blowjob or something.
no, that's Yugi losing.
What? He's losing. Okay. Yeah, he's losing
My
his
boy
nuts.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Probably getting blown.
My boy Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just getting ready for this hurricane.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely be careful out there. Yeah, you got any supplies? Your candles, water, just in case.
Oh yeah, we got a bunker over here. I always get those like in places like Walmart or Target, like those 24 packs of water bottles. I got like a whole
Yeah,
slew of them. So yeah, we good.
flashlights, batteries. Just in
Yep.
case type stuff.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
didn't know what they're gonna
saying?
do with the Braves. The Braves Mets series might be canceled or something. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I hope
That
they
Big,
do
was
a
that's a
hurricane.
big series.
that was just so completely random, Nate. Like he's talking
No, but
about
I'm saying the hurricane coming. That's big for baseball. They're fighting for the
the hell with
division.
that. We
That's a big
talking
series.
about we talking about Toph right here, man. The hell with them. They all right.
I
That's
hope
in Atlanta. The series.
I
The
hope
series
that
is
they
in Georgia.
I hope they do a Hurricane Vince someday, just so Vince can hear about it and be like, "What? Hurricane Vince? Hurricane Vince is going over."
The hurricane would sneeze and Vince would get pissed.
Yeah, but I'd be like, "Oh, sir, Vince, you know you're not a hurricane yet. You're just a tropical storm." I don't give a fuck what the Weather Channel says. Category 5. Yeah.
The show must go on. Tonight,
Category.
you'll be in a hardcore handicap match.
Yo, that'd be great,
Category
man.
5. No one stays
Yeah.
alive. Yeah.
That'd be great, man. I want to see a fucking outside WWE pay-per-view where a hurricane's coming. I bet you Vince wouldn't cancel that shit. He wouldn't
Hell
cancel
no.
it.
He's not gonna miss out on no money. Like, remember, even during the pandemic, he didn't want to shut shit down at first. This dude is nuts.
Did
But
you see that post by
anyways,
a stupid
hold on,
wrestling
wait,
mark?
hold
He
on,
goes,
wait. Hold on, wait. We're gonna get to all that, but I got let me see 2 more dates of this day in wrestling history. I was just talking about when this dude Devon Dudley has left the company and he had to relinquish the TV championship, and then what is that? Couple of weeks later, he showed up. He showed up at Bound for Glory when he was unmasked as like the first member of the Aces and Eights.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, remember? And the crowd chanted, "This is awkward."
So, all right. So, 2019, Ring of Honor held their Death Before Dishonor. What's that? 27? Yeah. 27 event in Las Vegas. The main event of the show saw Roosh defeat Matt Taven to win the Ring of Honor championship. Okay. Roosh is okay, you know what I'm saying? He's not all that, but he's cool. Matt Taven, I don't see the appeal in him. All he says is, "Oh, I'm Matt Taven." Who the fuck cares? That's your gimmick, just saying your name.
I mean, that's
And
Adam Cole's gimmick.
oh no, don't do that. He
That's
also
his
says
gimmick.
he
That's
also
his
says
gimmick.
baby.
His gimmick is literally saying his name, baby. That's his gimmick. There's no difference.
And he's a rock star, B. He's a rock star.
Dude, bro, he's smaller than the shit I took last night. What are you talking about?
It don't matter. He's mad small, but he still be lifting up big dudes.
He's a Wish.com Shawn Michaels. Come on.
No, that's you know who that is. That's this dude, Michael Shane. They used to be an Impact. Matt Bentley, bum ass. But anyways, in 2020, WWE presented Clash of Champions from the Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida. Sami Zayn won the IC belt in a ladder match, who featured Jeff Hardy and AJ Styles. Yeah, I remember that match. That was a real good match. Whilst Roman Reigns retained his Universal title against Jey Uso in what was essentially a referee stoppage. I remember you said that was like his best match he ever had, right, Toph?
The stuff with Jey was the best story that Roman did, and after that, it was all downhill from there, and I'll stand to that because he was basically gaslighting Jey every week. He was getting in his head. He was fucking with him. And at the time, I was telling Nate about it. When the pandemic first started, I was binge watching a lot of shows. I watched 6 Feet Under, then Dexter, and then I finally watched The Sopranos. And I said that what Roman was doing, it was like he was Tony Soprano, and it was like Uso was Christopher, because Tony used to manipulate and gaslight Christopher all the time. It was a good story because Jey he didn't want to do it, but he lost the match, and he said if the stipulation was if he lost, he would acknowledge Roman. So it was a good story because you had Roman, you had Heyman, the wise man, and then you had Jey, who was sort of like the begrudging right-hand man. Like he followed Roman's orders, but at the same time, like he couldn't fucking stand him. And it worked. And then Jimmy came back, and after that, it all just went to hell. And I will continue to stand on that hill. The minute Jimmy came back, Roman and the entire story, they just completely no-sold it. They were cool with Jimmy fucking up in real life. Roman made a joke about it. And after all the shit that Jey went through to get Roman's respect, Jimmy just joined. Like, okay, no problem. And then
No, you can't say that.
No, Jimmy I can't say that.
Jimmy was being reluctant at first. Jimmy was being reluctant at first.
They no-sold it, bro. When he first
I'm telling you, you don't remember? Jimmy just didn't just join like that. He was being reluctant. You know what I'm saying? Jey was the one that was telling him. Telling you, Jey was the one that was telling him, like, chill, oos, da-da-da-da. Jimmy wasn't feeling it at first.
But they still ignored the gaslighting segment. There was a segment where Roman was talking to Jey, and he was like, look at what all you've accomplished. You're main event Jey Uso. You've won main events. You've beaten Daniel Bryan. You've beaten Edge. You won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. If you team with your brother, you'll be right back where you were. They were planting that seed. Like they were just going to jump him, and they just fucking ignored it. It was like it never happened. And now Jey Uso is not even right-hand man anymore. He's just a fucking crony. He's a bum. Him and Jimmy. Both of them are. They completely ignored it. Roman was way better when there was no fans. He was way better. He actually had something to say every week. And then as soon as the fans came back, all Roman says is, so-and-so city. Acknowledge me. And then he just says, input opponent. I'm going to smash you, which is fucking suspect as fuck.
Yeah, that's wild pause. Yeah, that's pause.
And that's all he does. And that's all it's been like since fucking 2021, since the fans came back. It's been the same fucking shit. At least Triple H changed it up. Anyway, I'm done.
Type in I'm gonna smash you. Type in I'm gonna smash you on Pornhub. I guarantee Roman Reigns' promos are on there.
And here's the other thing too. They're
gonna show him cocking his fist.
And here's the other thing that like Roman gets a pass for. And this is what I'm like really shocked at because like this is the shit that like people give Hogan like trash for. People trash Hogan for it. People trash Triple H for it. Some even trash Austin for it. The thing about Roman is he's not putting anybody over. When I mean putting anybody over, I don't mean just like losing. Like you can win, but still put your opponent over and defeat. Like Undertaker beat Jeff Hardy, but Jeff still looked good. You know? Hogan would beat people. Triple H would beat people. Like every person that Roman beats, when he beats them, they go down the card. Like they're worse after. Like,
but at the same token, that's not really Roman Reigns' fault, though.
it's his fault after a certain point in time. Like if it's just like 2 or 3 guys, then you could be like, you know what, that's bad booking. But when it happens to everybody, then it's like, come on now. Because Cena was doing the same shit. Like I always would say this of Cena, right? I was never on the, like, in all seriousness, I was never on the like the fuck John Cena bandwagon. But what I will say is that every time someone had momentum and they face Cena, it was like running into a brick wall. Like Umanga was a hot heel, face Cena, down the card. Nexus, hot heels, face Cena, down the card. Bray Wyatt, hot heel, face Cena, down the card. Rusev, undefeated, monster, came out in the tank, faces Cena, down the card. When it keeps happening over and over and over, specifically when you're a top guy, you can be like, come on now. You can put your foot down and say no. Like if you're a fucking top dude, you have fucking creative pull. You can't tell me you don't. If Cena can go to Vince and say, hey, Vince, I want to fucking take a DDT and fucking no-sell a power driver outside and still come back and beat Nexus 2-1. Oh, okay, Vince. Yeah, we'll do that. Like, there's no way you can't tell me that Roman can't walk up to Vince or Triple H and be like, yo, you know, this is stupid. How about we do this instead? Nope. He's not going to do anything. He's just fucking sitting there because Roman's just as bad as Triple H. He's just as bad as Cena, but no one's saying anything.
Yeah.
And you know what the worst part about Roman is? This is the worst part. I'm just cooking on Roman, right?
Go ahead.
This is the absolute worst part about Roman. And I'm shocked that nobody in WWE creative has thought of this yet. When Roman was fighting Brock, and I know that's like really hard, right? Because he fought Brock like so many times. When he fought Brock at Mania, not the first one, the second one. What was that? Mania 34.
When it was in New Orleans.
Right. When that was a bad match, right? The whole story for the fucking match. Go back and watch. The match wasn't good, but if you can find the promo package, right? The whole story for the match was Roman basically saying, "You're never here. I'm here." That was the fucking story. The story was Brock is a part-time guy. Roman's a full-time guy. You're holding this roster back. I'm going to take the title off you. That was literally the fucking story. And here we are in 2022, and Roman's that guy. He's the guy that's never there. He can't even be bothered to show up on Raw. Yeah. It's just like the Joker always said. You either die a hero or you live long
to be the villain.
That's Roman. And no one has brought this up. No one. Not Drew, not Edge, not Owens. How the fuck has no one thought about this yet? It's the perfect story. And no one is saying anything. And to make it worse, he's got 2 belts. He shows
But didn't Drew mention that? I think Drew mentioned that.
Drew mentioned it a little bit, but like he didn't go super deep into it like I just did. Like, right. It was crazy was that when Brock came back with the cowboy hat Brock, he was on TV like every week. He was on TV more than Roman was. When Brock shows up more than Roman, you know shit's fucked up. I'm just saying, man.
It's like he's allergic to Raw. This dude Roman Reigns.
He's allergic to football. That's what it is, right, Nate?
Yeah.
But that's it for this day in wrestling history. There's no birthdays today, but I think. Did the Stephanie McMahon birthday pass, if I'm not mistaken?
It was the other day. Yeah, 2 days ago or so. A couple days ago.
Shouts go out to her birthday, you know what I'm saying? When you want to talk about burying people, she's definitely a prime example. How much people she done slapped as of late, made them look like cornballs. Like this dude Big Show. Had this dude crying, looking like a wimp. And all of a sudden,
I just want to say,
go ahead, Nate.
I just want to say congratulations to John Cena granting 650 Make-A-Wish. He's only 30 behind the guys he's buried, so he's catching up.
Oh man. So yeah, man. I know y'all seen the title. What may have you? Well, it's 2 fucking titles. That's the shit that I don't understand. Like, you got to do a title for Facebook, and you also got to do a title for YouTube.
That's weird.
Yeah, yeah. I don't get it either.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Dwight Howard.
man.
What is he, Rodman 2.0?
I
What is he trying to
remember
be?
on Blog Talk, you had to do hashtags to get your stuff out there.
Yeah.
Oh, the same. That's the same thing
That was actually
everywhere.
good.
It's
Yeah,
the
that was
same thing
actually good.
everywhere. But man, please, I just post of it like it'll catch if it catch it, don't it don't. Hashtag or not.
Right.
I remember like one episode I did a blog talk. It was like a steroid episode. It was like a pay-per-view Clash of Champions or whatever it was, but it was the year before. I kept getting hits, like 500 one day, 1,000 the next day. I'm like, what the hell? Why they listen to an old episode from a year ago? Called the
Right.
steroid episode. I had like 4,000 listens in like a week, and I'm like, what the hell? From last
Oh,
year.
nice. That's what's
Yes,
up.
man.
Yeah, I was like,
That means it kept on building. It stayed in the algorithm. That's good.
yeah, but from a year ago, what was it? Pakistani
Yeah.
people listening to the show or something
Yeah,
from
you had
India?
a lot of Pakistanis that loved your show for some reason.
Yeah, that was a good thing too about Blog Talk. They show you where your listeners were, and like 80% of my listeners were from the Philippines. I'm like, what?
Nice.
You never know, man. Sometimes international folks listen to like podcasts to learn English. You know?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's true. Yeah.
So what's title y'all want to tackle first? Y'all want to tackle the Dwight Howard one, or y'all want to tackle the other title? Basically, does AEW really need the elite?
Well, I'm not familiar with the Howard guy, but I can help you.
I
with
don't
the
care
other-
about the Dwight Howard thing because like he's just a big basketball player. The wrong
Okay,
time. They
so
don't need him.
all right. So this is what we'll do. We'll get through that first, get it out the way, because it is news. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
No, yeah.
according to Complex,
I'm gonna
according
get.
to
I'm uninitiated. Could you please tell me who he is? Is he a basketball player or something?
yeah. He's
Basketball.
right
Yeah, he
right
played
now.
for
He's on the
Orlando Magic.
Lakers.
Oh, okay.
Lakers.
Yeah, he was on the Magic at first. He was supposed to be like the second coming of Shaq,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah,
Big
but
dude.
that didn't really happen. You know what I'm saying? Now he's with the Lakers.
Karl Malone. Isn't Karl Malone?
Yeah. So Dwight Howard might take his talents to the wrestling ring. The 18-year NBA veteran, who is currently a free agent after playing 60 games with the LA Lakers last season, is interested in joining the WWE. Whatever opportunity is best, Howard told TMZ Sports. Asked if he was serious about pivoting from basketball to the world of wrestling, Dwight said, "Of course, no doubt." Earlier this week, WWE's chief content officer, Triple H, spoke with Sport News about Howard's potential in the wrestling ring. The ball's in his court, Triple H said. It's a funny thing, Dwight. And the conversations we had was like, I really want to do this. I'm serious. I really want to do this. We hear that a lot, and there's a difference between saying I want to do this and putting in the grind and doing the work to get there. Oh, please. You know damn well if Dwight Howard want to really wrestle, he ain't gonna fucking be on no grind. Like, cut it out. Anyways, he continued. He came by our tryouts in Nashville and was incredibly entertaining. Jumping in promos by himself and then with others, incredibly entertaining. Really driven to want to do this. It's just a matter for him. He's got a lot of things going on, right? So when he says, "Hey, I want to give this a shot," he's got my phone number. All he's got to do is call me, and we will see what can happen. And if he's willing to put it in the grind and the drive that guys like Logan Paul and Bad Butt, do you hear this shit? If he's willing to put in the grind like guys like Logan Paul and Bad Bunny and Tyson Fury,
Tyson Fury.
yo, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. What's your thoughts on this silly shit, man?
If anything, I would have him in NXT because at least you'll draw some viewers to NXT to see the talent down there. If they're gonna put him straight to WWE, that's stupid.
Yeah, but you know they're gonna do that.
That's
They're
all.
not gonna have an NXT because he's a
No, I
NBA
know,
player.
but
So,
I'm saying that's the only logical thing to do. I mean, I don't know.
but
I
the
don't
bad
get it.
Bad Bunny was on the grind and Logan
Yeah.
Paul was on the grind.
Yeah.
How the fuck Logan Paul's on the grind? He
He was.
fought the Miz one time and he became the number one contender. Give me a break.
Nah. He's talking about training. He's talking about because there's videos of Logan Paul, going to his training, going to his his matches that are with whoever he's sparring with. So he's saying to Dwight Howard, you gotta be there every day, like how Logan Paul and Bad Bunny was. Like when Bad Bunny found out he was
that's not the only part of the grind, Snugs. You know that. Knock it off. That's not the only part of the grind.
He needs to. If Dwight Howard is gonna be anything before he gets his wrestling, he gotta learn how to talk. I don't think he gonna come off corny, and that's why Dwight Howard, he's good. He's got the body. He's tall. He's if he's ready, if he's still fit, he can do it. It's just it's a different thing than basketball. It's much more harder and to stay relevant. I mean, you just can't be Dwight Howard all the time. You got to be, something that a character comes out of you. Like an exaggerated version of yourself. Like The Rock always said, he was The Rock is just basically an exaggerated version of himself.
Right. Well, I would say this: if trained well, he may remind me of what's that dude named Toph in MLW? What's his name? That was with Hustle and Power and Hustle. I think.
Oh, you're talking about that dude.
Yeah, EJ. Was it EJ, NJ, and Duka? That Duka dude.
Yeah, that guy's.
Yeah, he's good. I can see Dwight Howard that type of powerhouse, like a tall, charismatic powerhouse type guy.
Yeah.
But
I think MLW's got a lot of. I wish they just had a better TV deal, but anyway, I think
MLW they need to be on TV. Period.
I think Dwight Howard, they're gonna fuck that up. They're gonna fumble the bag. They're gonna end up having him walk out there like a politician, waving his hand to some corny ass music.
I think MLW's got the most slept on roster. I think there's a lot of guys there that Triple H would salivate at. Alex Hammerstone's money. Money.
Remember, I was asking for him before. You know what I'm saying? Why Alex Hammerstone? He should have been in the WWE by now.
He tried out, and they didn't take him. So he's with MLW because MLW was the one company that gave him a chance. No, I respect it.
Yeah. Trying to be loyal, but fuck that. Man. Bill's got to get paid.
Man.
What's up?
Hey, Sam, man. As soon as you said grind, I was thinking about that song. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
There you go. I don't see nothing wrong.
The other thing I got to say about celebrities in WWE, this is like a WWE trope. They do it all the time. Like when they have celebrities, or let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. When you have people from another world cross over into WWE. So like when you have like an MMA fighter or football player, basketball player, every time they have like a crossover star, WWE, they never take their time. They fast track the person as quick as possible. And it's if you signed them to a multi-year deal, 5 years or something like that, it's bro, take your time. Slow down.
Yeah.
I get the whole Roman Reigns, Logan Paul thing. It's in Saudi. I get it. The Saudi prince just wants to see something different. But it's bro, you got this guy signed. I don't know the exact numbers that you have Logan Paul signed for, but I know it's at least 3 years. And it's why are you giving him a Universal Championship match in his second match? He just showed up. They did it with Ronda Rousey too. When Ronda Rousey showed up, because if you remember, she debuted at the Rumble. Well, she made her first appearance at the Rumble. Then she had the tag match with, Angle, Stephanie, and Triple H. And then the next month, or whenever it was May or June, her second match was against Nia Jax for I think it was the Raw Women's title or something. It's they always, and then the Chad Gable guy, or not the Chad Gable guy, whatever they gave, the Olympian dude, whatever his name is.
Gable Stevenson?
Yeah, Gable Stevenson. When they did the draft, when they did the draft, they just put him straight on Raw. So he's not going to be on NXT. Nothing.
Yeah, and then they trying to label him the new Brock Lesnar. I'm like, oh, y'all dudes mad? How you gonna call him the new Brock Lesnar? This dude he never even body slammed anybody yet. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, I just think that WWE is like, if you have, like, I get it if you want to have like a crossover person, but it's like every time they get a crossover person, they never take their time and they just do everything possible. And I think the reason they do it,
something's probably missing with Gable Steveson.
Well, I think the reason why they do that is because it worked for Kurt and it worked for Brock, but like Kurt and Brock are like, it was a miracle that they were able to get them both like within a 2-year time span.
Yeah, but their personalities are much more better than Gable Steveson and whoever else.
But here's the thing. Hold on, but here's the thing with Kurt and Brock though. Kurt and Brock, they just didn't just show up and ended up in the main event picture. They
were entertaining.
They paid their dues. They was at Ohio Valley and all that. And even before then, Kurt Angle was wrestling in the Indies for like a couple of matches in the Indies. I think he even had a tryout match in ECW. So he definitely paid his dues.
Sandman on a cross. That was it for Angle.
No relation.
yeah, no relation. Yeah, the drunk Sandman.
Hold on. Let me put my cat to bed. Y'all go ahead, y'all.
I thought you had a cat.
That Parker Bodor guy was supposed to be the next Brock Lesnar, but they were
Boudreaux. And look what
whatever.
That's a dude that needs to slow down and really hone his craft back.
I blame Heyman for that. You can't be calling somebody the next Brock Lesnar. Like, you put too much pressure on some people. A lot of people need to stop saying. A lot of people need to stop saying you're the next so and so and just be like, be the first. That's
look
like
at Pillman Jr. Look at him
like
trying to
Theory.
fill his shoes. It's like, come on,
right?
Like Theory.
Yeah. Theory's one because everyone keeps comparing him to Cena, and it just makes him look worse every week. And that dude is not Cena.
He's not a Cena. I never saw that. Just because he had a buzz cut, kind of like him.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I don't see him being compared to Cena. More like who would I compared it to? Like Ziggler a little bit, mixed with like.
He just looks like a generic guy that I would. He looks like a dude I would see like on WCW Saturday Night back in the day, like Jim Powers, Ice Train.
I think he's younger. He could almost be an AJ Styles in a sense. They got the same kind of like similar set.
Theory's a dude that hangs out in his car in high school parking lot.
Come on, that's wild disrespect. You called him Jim Powers? Come on.
He has the same look, bro. Same look and everything. Like when I see Theory, and I know y'all old school fans know what I'm talking about.
Paul Roma, remember Pretty Paul Roma?
Yeah, exactly. Like back in the day.
Pretty Paul Roma was a horseman.
Right.
No, I know.
Like back in the day,
he could have been a decent one.
In the day, if you were watching WCW Saturday Night, or if you were watching WWF main event, you would see like a B-lister, like say Hacksaw Jim Duggan, or someone like Ravishing McRude, and then like as they were coming to the ring, Howard Finkel would be like, already in the ring is whatever the jobber is. That's Austin Theory. That's Theory.
The fuck out of here. Come on, son.
It's like one of those dudes.
It's how he's booked, like with that selfie shit too. Like, come on, him doing that selfie shit is not doing them any favors, and they keep forcing it. That shit right there is not it.
Theory looks like a dude. Theory looks like a dude that I would just see. I'm being 100% serious here. I'm not even trying to make y'all laugh. Theory looks like a dude that Johnny B. Bad would like squash in like 2 minutes on Saturday night.
Come on now. I'm about to mute your mic now. Now you hating on my boy. Now you hating on my boy. Come on, don't do that.
Yeah, he's good. He
is good. It's just how he's booked. They need to go a different route with his character, because you can already see he could go in the ring. It's just his character, and I see what they're trying to do. They trying to get Kevin Owens is trying to help him, basically amp up his character a little more.
I like his selfie gimmick. It's kind of funny because even when he gets the upper hand, he just does that stupid ass selfie and it's like, oh, he just found you.
All right, well let's save this dude. This is what I would do, and this could very well happen. Everybody from the Way is on the main roster except the Indy Hartwell chick. Call her up. So you have Gargano, Candice, Theory and Indy, you have them all on Raw. Have Roman have some title match against somebody. It doesn't matter. Roman wins. Theory tries to cash in. He fails. He's just because it's not working, right? He cashes in.
Hold on. Before you even continue on, how is this going to happen? Like on Raw, you know damn well Roman Reigns is allergic to Raw. How are they going to have that title match?
If you have the Money in the Bank, you can cash in anytime.
I'm telling you right now.
No, because you said because you said have Roman Reigns fight anybody from the way, and most of the way is on Raw.
I didn't say that. I said have.
Okay. My bad. Go ahead.
Right. Roman has a match against somebody. I don't care whoever it is. Roman wins.
Okay.
And then Theory tries to cash in. Doesn't work. He fails. He gets to Corbin, Damian Sandow, whatever. Okay. So then basically have him be a loser, kind of similar to bum ass Corbin. And then Gargano kind of takes him under his wing.
Corbin is awesome.
I'm talking about in the story. Remember when he was doing bum ass Corbin? Remember when he was broke?
Oh,
was wearing the same shirt. Right. Have Theory be like that, and then Gargano sees him, feels sorry for him, takes him under his wing, and then you have have him be part of the way on the main roster, rehab him through there. I know the way was kind of a comedy angle, but it worked. It's definitely better than what he's doing now.
Well, aren't they beefing right now? So how would the way work now if they beefing right now?
Corbin is about to be with JBL.
Obviously they can't be beefing. Gargano's got to beat him. So the story that I'm pitching, it wouldn't happen until like probably the end of the year, beginning of next year. So
I used to love
Superstar beast when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you guys said wait one at a time. What you said, Nate, and what you said, Snugs?
I was gonna say I used to love watching Superstars, the jobbers. They look like they should have been working at Jiffy Lube or a pizza shop. Those guys,
or fucking mechanic,
beer bellies, or plumber.
You said, Snugs.
Corbin's with JBL right now, so he about to come back and be a great epic heel.
Oh god.
Oh, Corbin.
What the hell does JBL need to come back for? Won't he just retire in Bermuda, whatever the fuck he is, Aruba?
He needs to come back as a commentator.
Well, I would say this: JBL could be a good like manager, like this dude. What's his name again? Colonel Parker, like a new version of Colonel Parker.
Colonel Parker.
I wouldn't mind that. That would be okay,
It took me a long time to realize that Colonel Parker was dressed up like a slave master. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. That dude was mad racist. Oh, man. Another thing I wanted to bring up is the whole Bobby Fish situation. Bobby Fish, the bitch. Like, this dude, I don't care what nobody say. I don't think it's too far from the truth that he basically tried to go in AEW and try to, have these dudes breach their contracts. It is like, what part of the game is that? Why would you even want them to have something like that on their resume? Why would you? And then not only that, aren't they both hurt? Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. So what the fuck they gonna do in WWE if they're hurt?
I think Cole's clear.
Oh, Cole is clear. I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
No, Cole's.
He was at the show last week. There was a picture of him and Tony Khan together.
Oh, okay. Well, last I heard, he had a torn labrum.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, okay. But
and Kyle O'Reilly, I think his neck is fucked up. Kyle O'Reilly neck. Yeah.
He was basically trying to do. He was basically trying to do like what the Radicals did in WCW when they left for WWF, but that made sense because all of them all of them came to the realization that they peaked and that they weren't going to go any higher.
Right.
In WCW, say what you want about TK, but Cole and Kyle were being pushed. They have a reason to leave. So
right.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. And then you blowing up Triple H phone, like, oh boss, I couldn't get Kyle O'Reilly and I couldn't get Cole, but I'll come back. You hear me, boss? Boss, where are you, boss? Can I call you boss? He's about to be the new Evan Dunn to Triple H. Like,
this number is no longer in service. Yeah, there we go.
He's smart though, because he realized he wouldn't get hired by himself, so he tried to get them to come with him.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's
I
like
thought
the player
the
to be
same thing
named
too.
later in a baseball trade. He's like the player to be later.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too. Because it's crazy. Because that's when I heard JD say the same thing. It was like we all knew what time it was. Like, my dude, you washed up, and I know it's a harsh reality.
Mhm.
But when it comes to the point where you trying to fuck up these dudes' career, fuck you. You're not right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who Bobby Fish is, man. Bobby Fish, this is fucked up. Bobby's that dude at war in the trench, and they're outnumbered. Like they're outnumbered like 3-30, and Bobby gives him a pep talk like it's Forrest Gump or some shit, and he's like, "Let's go, guys." And he goes in the field thinking they're with him. Then he turns around and they're gone. That's Bobby. And then Bobby gets fucking shot in the head. That's Bobby Fish.
Word.
Hey Snuggles, what was that? Poker? You were playing?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What game?
Cool.
Prominent
Shit.
poker.
Here go Nate. Nate. There you go.
It looked cool.
Yeah,
Shit.
like my character has an arrow right through his head.
Oh, nice.
You could dress him up like that. I don't know if I can show it.
I think he should.
I like that. That's cool.
I think he should change his name. He should literally just be Bobby the Fish. That's
That
what
looks
Brendan
real.
Cutler
It's
called him.
crazy.
Right, Bobby the Fish.
Yeah, it works because he's a fish. He should just be Bobby the
What are you
Fish. I
playing?
would change his
7
name.
cards stud?
No, just Texas Hold'em.
Oh, Texas Hold'em. Okay, Hold'em. That looks
I think
cool.
Bobby
Graphics.
the Fish sounds cooler. Anyway, he's an Impact now. I'm sure Impact will
Yeah.
get him done.
Yeah, they're gonna give him. Yeah, put him in the heavyweight division. Might as well put him in the heavyweight division because they need that. That name.
Mm-hmm.
They need that name to
I
be
saw
in
that. What was it that
title hunt.
I saw Tyrus has got a title shot. I was started laughing like that guy's still
fucking
wrestling.
Yeah, that's WA. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's fucking
Jesus
lost
Christ.
it, bro. Don't get me started on that. Billy's fucking. He's fucking choosing Tyrus over the Pope. Get the fuck out of here, man.
What do they pay the wrestlers with? Like cans of beer and pizza? I mean, what do they pay?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't be knowing when it comes to these wrestling like NWA and Impact. Like, what do they pay them?
He's got to pay out of his own
Impact-
pocket.
Impact is doing all right. I don't know the specifics, but I mean things were.
There's like
touch and
40
go
people there.
Impact was like touch and go for a while there, but whatever deal they got now, they're okay. NWA, I got no answers for you. I don't know.
NWA Power was doing good when they were televised on YouTube. I remember when they first started, and then when Cornette got rid of Cornette, then it started dropping.
Yeah.
Well, then the COVID too. COVID took a part of it.
COVID fucked it up too.
It was a 3-way punch. Cornette got canceled, and then COVID, and then Marty Scurll canceled, and then after that,
Marty Scurll, yeah.
Because they were going to do Marty versus Nick Aldis, and they were going to make him the next guy.
That would have been good. That would have been good. Shit.
Damn.
I forgot about
So they not playing with Marty Scurll. They giving Marty Scurll the Velveteen Dream treatment.
They should just be a tag team.
He's doing like local indie stuff, but like nothing big.
They're gonna be on the street. We'll wrestle for food.
Yo, that's crazy because they wouldn't even let Velveteen Dream even do that. Like Velveteen Dream can't even book a backyard wrestling match.
No.
Well,
that's crazy.
Well, stories are to be believed. It wasn't really the allegation that got him fired. It was the drug stuff, and apparently,
and his attitude. I heard.
Yeah,
it was his attitude. Because come on, look at motherfuckers like Matt Riddle. How much times he's been accused of some weirdo shit,
mm-hmm.
and
he got no shoes.
Very well,
he's got no shoes.
When Dream did that, when he did that shoot in the car, the big takeaway for me is like, did this guy just admit to taking coke when he was signed to NXT? Yeah. I'm like, bro, that's not how you get a job back, dude. Maybe he didn't think that one through.
Yeah, he was being emotional.
TK should have called him up. Where's that coke? TK wants some coke.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, like, when we was talking about that in the group chat, I'm like, nobody really cares because we all know deep down inside, most of them motherfuckers do coke, if not all of them. That's not really breaking news. And then not only that, they was at a party. You know what I'm saying? EC3 was throwing a party.
You got a 300-pound man doing a backflip on you. I'm taking coke too. Okay.
I want to know what the shit Hogan and Macho Man were on in the 80s. That shit was crazy.
Oh God, they was doing the real hardcore drugs. See, around that time, it wasn't that much cut in the cocaine, so they was having that raw fish scale.
Everybody was something back then. Everybody was.
That shit was pure fish scale, straight off the boat.
Instead of saying sniff it, he just said dig it.
The fuck? So yeah, man. So what's your thoughts on this so-called exodus? This dude. There's rumors out there saying that Andrade wants out. Buddy Matthews wants out. Fucking Malachi Black. They saying
he denied it. He denied
it. Yeah. And that's what I wanted to touch on with this dude Malachi Black with that situation. It's just so ridiculous that these fans are just so ravenous and so dumb. Like, this dude told y'all from before he needs some time, like a mental break. And y'all bombarding him with the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? Fans like that be making, us look crazy because they would think we're all like that. And not all wrestling fans are like that. Like, these wrestling fans are real fucking retarded. You see the man needs a mental break. Y'all blowing up his inbox or what may have you, or his Gmail, whatever, with nothing but stupid shit. Like, why don't y'all motherfuckers go eat some pussy or something? Jesus.
I don't get why these guys need a mental break and this and that. They wrestle once a week, AEW. I can see if you're on the road 6 nights a week wrestling, doing double shots for like 12 months. But Jesus, once a week, I'll take that schedule.
Well, here's the thing, like, because he said it's like personal issues, like
I can see maybe because he's married. I can understand that.
Yeah, he was going through a lot of personal stuff with family issues, and then he's not seeing Zelina Vega, like he's not getting no pussy, so he like, shit. You want to be around your lady, you want to smash.
Get fired, Vega. Get fired. Do something. Kick Triple H in the nuts. Do something. Shit.
If she get not only fired, she get fined.
That was fucked up too. What's fucked up was the only reason she went back to WWE was because her husband was there. And what people forget, it's very easy to forget this because so many people got fired. When Selena came back, Malachi was fired the very next month.
Yeah. I remember that.
That sucked. So,
and imagine how they felt.
Him not having her,
And imagine how they felt at that time. They probably felt like, okay, we good. And didn't they just buy a new house or something like that? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of people, because at the time, the pandemic was still going on, and so they were filming exclusively in Florida. And so they weren't necessarily saying you had to, but it was recommended a lot of wrestlers move to Florida, like everybody, like main roster people, NXT people. So a lot of folks, they moved their whole lives over there just to get let go. And so that pissed off a lot of wrestlers, and you can imagine why. Like, it's one thing to get fired, but like when you move your whole life, and in some cases your kids, and they fire you, then you're just like, fuck those guys. That's the main reason Keith Lee.
I think Keith Lee just got engaged to get married, and they were
and they fired him.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And then they fucked up Mia Yim's push with the fucking retribution shit. So that's the main reason Keith's not going back to WWE. It's not just him.
No.
It's also what they did to Mia.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's all part of the plan. You see, when Vince McMahon let them go, and they went to AEW, and now they're not being used right. So now they're about to make their great comeback, and they're about to see how WWE uses them.
Yeah, but then they'll get lost in the shuffle in WWE. So it's like,
and that's what I was talking about. No, see, this is what I was talking about from before.
They'll go somewhere else.
Exactly, Snugs. That's what I was saying from before all this shit happened. When this dude Vince and Nick Khan have fired all those motherfuckers, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to have like a nice little wrestling boom. All y'all spread out. I understand like y'all might have to take a major pay cut. I understand that, but still, everybody wanted to go one place. Everybody wanted to go to AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, some of y'all could go to Impact. Like, let's really be real.
Right.
Like a Buddy Matthews. My man, you could have went to Impact. You would have been a man in Impact right now.
Yeah.
Impact is right up your league. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of even Brody King, he could have went to Impact.
The only dude that followed your advice, then, man, is what's his name? Bronson Reed.
Yeah, he went all over.
Yeah, he's killing it. You know.
And look at him; he's flourishing. His career has never been better. Because he went on the grind.
I like the fact AEW can go still work in the indies and do other side stuff.
Matter of fact, another guy too, and we can shit on him. I mean, we mentioned him earlier. Another guy too who's taken this, and maybe he's not as good in the ring, but he's done a lot for his career. Matt Cardona, that guy's
right.
He's been in
Impact.
He was in NWA. He was in AEW for a few weeks. He's been in GCW. He's everywhere.
Yep.
He's living his best life.
To be fair, you could say that WWE is the place to make the most money if you're like a Matt Cardona or like, for me, I'll be honest, like when they cut all those wrestlers, I don't want to see them lose their jobs, but at the same time, I'm like, but this is an opportunity. Don't look at it as like a failure. Look at it as like an opportunity. Like you can go make a name for yourself, go, be big in other places. So when you do come back to that WWE contract, because they're going to be calling for you one day possibly, then it's going to pay off in the long run. Like the Hardy Boys, they went to Impact and they went and made a name for themselves there. They had a good run, and Matt Hardy
developed Bobby Lashley,
right,
Bobby. He developed the whole Broken Hardy and brought it to WWE and made it even better and had his whole moment.
This shit was terrible in WWE. The fuck out of here. This shit was whacking. They watered that shit down more than the bartender.
That's the thing I'll always give Impact. TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, Impact, what you want to call them. The thing I always give Impact, they have the best track record of turning nobodies into somebodies.
Yeah, they do.
They'll take wrestlers that you never saw on that level, and then they'll repackage them into someone that could legitimately be a main eventer. No one gave a fuck about Bubba Ray Dudley, but then he became Bully Ray, and he became money.
Right.
Nobody cared about Elijah Burke, and then he became the Pope. And then he became money.
He was made young to the table.
Well, you can't say they didn't care about Bubba Ray. It's just that he got that necessary upgrade.
Well, yeah, he wasn't a singles guy. Yeah, he wasn't a singles guy. Yeah, he became a legitimate singles
the Bully Ray thing came out, and then
because remember he wanted to do Bully Ray in WWE, but Vince didn't want it.
Right.
No, what happened was they were doing the whole Bully campaign, Be a Star. And then, or whatever that thing was. So they couldn't really do it. That's why they had to kill the Ryback gimmick, because they were doing the whole campaign that contradicted everything they were doing on TV.
Oh, like they don't do that already. Fuck them. That's all they do is contradict themselves.
It was actually Nate that brought to my attention that the guy that Ryback was bullying was Ricky Starks. I didn't realize
that when he slapped him with a handful of tuna fish.
That was great. I like that Ryback gimmick. I wish it went on longer.
Yeah, or the guy in the shower too. Pick up your bag.
Ricky Starks has the best Danhausen impression. Ricky Starks has the best Danhausen impression.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Like he's starting to warm up to me a little bit. That Danhausen guy. I don't know why.
I like Danhausen. I like the way he talks. So he talks. And the championship of some sorts.
He's good at
I like how he talks. Yeah, because
it's just silly.
He's really into that character.
Yeah. I don't understand when people attack gimmicks like Danhausen, I can tell they went around for the Attitude Era. It's just
exactly that's what wrestling's all about. Wrestling's all about having fun. We can have the seriousness, but it's also about having fun and being entertaining.
Right.
He's
in the Attitude Era, you had Al Snow of Head, you had Kai and Tai, you had Crash Holly defending the title like a fucking McDonald's playpen. in WCW.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, you had
Harry Saturn
Sacco.
Moppy.
Look at Sacco. You had
Harry Saturn
Sacco. You
Moppy.
had the Worm.
The
You had
Godfather.
Moppy.
Moppy.
Look at the
Right.
Godfather. Godfather was an intercontinental champion because
Yeah.
the gimmick worked. The gimmick got so over, he became a mid-card champion.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the things that's like definitely over exaggerated that fans have about AEW, because when it comes to comedy, it's really just Danhausen, Orange Cassidy, and the Jericho Appreciation Society. That's it. Everybody else is serious. Nobody else is doing
It's
comedy.
serious, yeah.
But people
Yeah.
over exaggerate it like everyone's doing comedy. Like, no, it's just Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, and Jericho Appreciation Society. And you don't, and it's like you don't even see Orange and Danhausen like that. Now we
No,
see
you
Jericho
don't.
every week. That's fair. But like Danhausen, Orange Cassidy, you'll see them like maybe once or twice a month at most. You know.
Do you think they need more characters like that? You know, to like lighten up the feel of AEW. You know, lighten up a little bit. They don't have to be serious all the damn time. You know, it's cool to have some fun. You know, especially when it comes to the kids. Like that's the other thing that AEW is not. They're not doing. They don't have anything for the kids. The kids is where the money is at too. You gotta have something for the kids.
Yeah. I want to see Morrissey fucking throw Danhausen to the crowd or something through a table.
Yo, Morrissey's Just for Men hair kills me every time I see that dude on TV.
You know, women are jealous of his hair. Like, fuck.
This dude, yeah, that's another thing. All right, so matter of fact, he's not an Impact no more. Because I remember from before when he was in Impact, he was a good guy, but when he came to AEW, he was a bad guy. I'm like, what the fuck is this? A paradox shift going on? Like, stick to the
Nobody
story.
watches TNA, so it doesn't matter. Nobody watches TNA.
Yeah.
That's the black hole wrestling.
Hey, man, I said it before, man. I say it every week, man. If they had better TV, I would watch, but they don't. So
yeah.
But here's the other thing I wanted
on YouTube or something. Who's streaming that?
Here's the other thing I wanted to say about the whole Malachi Black situation, right? Like he was saying that no, he complained about broken promises and stuff like that, right? Like, my dude, if you supposedly got 5 more years in your contract, my dude, how long he's been there already? Like 2 years?
No, not even 2 years. Remember, he debuted
like
in
a year
2021.
plus. Yeah,
it's like my dude. Sometimes it does suck, yeah, because he did. This dude Tony Khan did sign new people, so it's like you got lost in the shuffle. But you still gotta wait things out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you was promised things, but so was other people. And
he's a hard case to call because according to him, like I'm not trying to gaslight him, but in his own words, he had a back injury that was so severe he thought he may have to retire.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
if Tony Khan knew that, then would you if you're a booker and this guy's telling you he's got a bad back, are you gonna push him to a main
right?
I wouldn't.
It's like, can I even trust you? Because if I put the rocket, if I strap the rocket to you, who knows if you might get hurt?
So that could be the reason why he wasn't really featured on TV that much. But I don't know how bad the back injury is. I'm only using his own words. He said it was
that's
so
what
bad. He thought he had to retire.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those are literally from his words, from his own mouth. So I can't even blame TK. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can blame TK for, but I can't really say, oh, he should have done more of Malachi. Like, should he? If he was convinced that Malachi had a career back injury, I wouldn't use him either. So
look at Shawn Michaels. How many years did he miss? Like 3 years, 4 years back?
4.5 years.
Missed
4
some
years. 4 years, yeah.
And it wasn't to think about too is House of Black could have been used better, but they were hella protected. Like for most of the run, they barely lost. They beat Death Triangle.
No, I know.
I don't think House of Black was even needed. Me personally, I don't think it was needed. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the entrance was dope as fuck. I love the entrance, but I think House of Black would have been needed, like maybe later on in his run, because Aleister Black by himself still had, it still had some juice to it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't empty yet. But given the fact, I guess maybe since he had a messed up back, that's probably why they came with the House of Black, so
Right.
they could, carry
So
the
he'd have to
pressure
carry the
off
workload.
the
load.
workload.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
carry
saying.
the
Like, I
load.
can't even blame TK. That's probably why he did it.
Yeah.
That was the whole reason why Kenny, because a lot of people were confused, before the whole Punk Elite stuff. People were like, why is Kenny?
I mean, you're not going to book
You know,
Malachi Black as a world title guy, but like I see a TNA title or something.
Right,
No.
that was the whole reason.
Or
when
trios
Kenny came
title
back,
with the group.
he was doing the trios. People were asking, why is Kenny doing
trios.
the trio stuff? He was doing the trio stuff because he came back early. Like, Kenny wasn't ready yet. So, TK
Yeah,
put him with the
exactly.
Bucks, so you have to share the load.
Exactly.
And this dude. So what's next for House of Black now? What they gonna do with Julia Hart?
Hopefully
You know what I'm
she's
saying?
okay.
I don't know. She
Because that spot
took
like
a
a
bad
concussion.
bump.
Yeah, that she says she's okay though. She says she's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
That's good.
That
Yeah,
was
because
nasty.
that was a sickening bump, and that wasn't
Fucking
even
missed
her
the table.
fault. The table was just in
Yeah.
the wrong position, or maybe a matter of fact, that's something to talk about. Like, was the table out of position, or did she oversell?
She overjumped it. She's very light.
She overwent the table.
Yeah, I think it looked like an oversell because when her body flew off the ring apron, it's like her head hit the back of her head hit the railing, so that does seem like an oversell.
Mhm.
I like when she was hitting on Miro and like, there's only one woman that can, Miro, and I was like,
on a
boy.
cooler note, Sting is going to be teaming with Muta for the retirement tour next year.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
definitely. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
they're gonna bring back the Dark Carnival.
So I heard like Buddy Matthews, he's not leaving. I guess he's just taking some time off too. That's why they did that Green Mist thing, write him off for a while.
If you look at Rampage at the intro, when they show all the wrestlers, Malachi's still there. So that's how like he's not released.
Yeah, he's still under contract. He's still under contract. Yeah, and Buddy Matthews, I heard with him is that he went to Mr. Feeney. Now let me stop. He basically went to Australia to fix his visa.
Right.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what I heard. He wanted to get his visa fixed so he could I guess get an extension and work in America.
It's either that or he wants to keep an eye on Dominic just in case, he wants to stick it in with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too. You took the words right out of my head.
Yeah, man, I wouldn't trust Dominic out of man. You seen that fucking mullet? I don't trust mullet dudes.
Yeah. He got the Guerrero mullet. He's working it.
Yeah,
he's got raised face though.
I see Dominic. Every week he's looking more and more like Eddie in like fucking 97, 98. He's going for that look.
Ray talking to his wife, he goes, "Where were you that weekend? Where were you?" Yeah, forget about Jericho's wife, where she was January 6th. Where was fucking his wife? Fuck.
Dominic the scumbag. Who would have thought we'd be talking about Dominic right now? Dominic, what was it, like a month ago? He was like a deer in headlights with his career. Now look at him. He got like an ultimate resurgence.
Shout outs to the Canadian crowd chanting "Dom is useless" at him. That popped me really good.
He's whacking the mic. He needs to not sound like he's reading a script.
Nah, that promo he cut when
So what about
the promo that cut with Rhea Ripley backstage when she was whispering in his ear? That was a good promo.
Nah, what he should have did was grab the mic and said, "I fucking hate you, Dad."
Maybe he might do that. Maybe gotta just
like I said, I've already
build towards it.
I think this angle would be so much better if it wasn't PG because they could do more to really get the point across. But there's only so much you can do in a PG environment to really get the point that Dom is a man. But whatever.
Nah, you can't say that because that storyline's a little similar to this. Like, look at what Brett and Owen did, the brotherly feud. That was PG around the time, and that was gold.
Yeah,
one of the best rivalries ever.
Yeah, the thing about it though is Owen was actually good.
Owen is still the only wrestler to kick a leg out of a leg, so that's cool.
There you go.
Right. Owen made Slammies look cool. Remember, he had the Slammies with him.
Yeah.
He had two Slammies. Right? He had two Slammies. He was the Intercontinental Champion and the Tag Team Champion. Wasn't like he was draped in gold.
Yep.
Damn, I miss Owen, man. On Ahmed Johnson. That prank he did on Ahmed was fucking hilarious.
I remember the one prank he did.
He called Ahmed Johnson. He told me he was from the Jay Leno show, and we want you to come on the show. So Ahmed bought his jewelry and nice suit. He goes down and goes, "What that? Who the hell are you? You're not booked on the show."
Oh shit! I remember this one prank this dude Owen did when they was in the hotel or what may have you. This dude Owen, I forgot who hotel room it was, but this dude Owen, and I think Bulldog was in on the prank also. He put like raw fish in the vents, so when they turned the AC on, all you smelled was raw fish.
I heard the one with the pizza one. He called up and said he was a pizza guy. I got a bunch of pizzas for you. And the guy goes, "I didn't order no fucking pizza." Well, you better fucking pay for it. I'm in the lobby.
My favorite Owen rig was the one he did on Test when they got snowed out, and Owen called Test and said, "We heard you're the guy for the green light. Like you're the guy that has to give the approval to open the arena." And Test is like, "I'm not the guy. I'm not in control of that." It was like, no, you're the guy. You're the guy. So we can go, right? Owen was great.
Yeah, man, I'm fucking miss
trolling
man.
Before we knew what trolling was.
Right, you're right. Yeah, that ass, man. Like, damn, man. It just sucks, and that you think of how he had to go. It just makes your blood boil, man. He didn't have to go out like that at all. He did not have to go out like that, man. That shit.
I was at a Hooters in Boston. Some lady was wearing a Calgary, Alberta Hooters shirt, and she knew Owen Hart because he used to be a gym teacher sometimes during when he was in wrestling. He was trying to be a gym teacher after his wrestling career.
Yeah, like that's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to. He was a down to earth type of guy, you know.
Yeah,
he just wanted to make money.
With his wife and shit. They just bought that house
because he was about to retire. I heard, and that's how motherfuckers was trying to.
The contract was up. Yeah,
that's when motherfuckers try to come out with that conspiracy theory that Vince McMahon did that purposely because he was going to retire. Like, nah,
bullshit. It ain't that serious.
It's really not.
Kill him over that.
But you know how crazy and retarded these wrestling fans is.
Yeah, but Vince told Brett to leave to the WCW. He couldn't afford to pay him, so I was like, yeah, fuck. Why would he?
Yeah, remember that? And then Vince was like, "Yo, I finally got enough money to pay you." He said, "Motherfucker, I already made the deal."
What it was,
go get the money.
What it was is that he didn't want to pay him to hear any more bitching and complaining that he was doing.
The fuck out of here! He was sucking Brett's cock. He did not want Brett to leave at all. He loved Brett.
He interrupted the Undertaker match with Sid just to bitch about his career, and then he got choke slammed out of the ring and then thrown out by Sid Vicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe he should have complained about losing his smile.
Right. Just think if Owen did that angle with Deborah and Jeff Jarrett, he would be still alive, because he refused to do it because he was married, ended up being dead. So stupid. It was pointless. It was so pointless.
Yeah, the whole Blue Blazer gimmick.
It was so dumb.
What's infuriating to me about it is that if that never happened, he would have been all right because in just a year, like look at all the folks that came in. Angle came in, Eddie came in, Benoit came in, Malenko came in, Saturn came in, Jericho came in. Owen could have worked.
Just imagine those matches. Yeah. Owen Hart versus Jericho. Owen Hart versus come on. The matches was endless.
He was a wrestler's wrestler, and he just didn't fit like the beginning of the Attitude Era. Right?
I wouldn't say that. I don't know. Because bless you, Snugs. Like because Owen Hart, he did get a little bit more edgier, especially when he joined Jarrett and became the tag team champ.
Team Canada.
I just think that if that never happened, he would have definitely been in the mix in 2000 during that Intercontinental title scene when you have
Right.
like Eddie, China, Jericho,
Just
Benoit,
imagine those
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
Come on, Owen Hart versus Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
Oh
As
my
a matter of
God,
fact,
what?
As a matter of fact, I guarantee you, I bet WrestleMania 2000 would have had 2 Fatal 4-Ways. It would have been Angle, Jericho, Benoit, and Owen. I bet Owen would have been in the match.
Oh my God, take my whole wallet.
Oh, and don't forget Edge and Christian. He could have managed them because Edge and Christian were doing the goofy shit too. It would have worked. They could have been like a 3-man group. You wouldn't have you wouldn't even need Gangrel. It would have been Edge, Christian, and Owen.
Yeah.
Owen would have been managing them. I bet.
I could have had a flush.
And who knows? Like Brett probably could have came back sooner. Because what contract he signed when Brett first went to WCW? How long was his contract? How many years?
It was like $5 million a year. I think it's $5 million for 5 years or something like that, or something.
Oh, so he didn't have like he didn't have like how many years he didn't know how much years he's gonna stay. Basically, he was like a sign a year. Oh, we lost Nate. Nate, you already know what to do. Nate, just hit the link. So man, just rest in power, Owen. We definitely fucking miss you, B. Definitely miss Owen, man. It just sucks.
He could have been part of the streak maybe against Undertaker.
Oh,
he could have. I ain't gonna lie, like I wouldn't have mind that either. Owen could have brought Undertaker to a good match.
Yeah, right. He was. Oh, I was about to say something stupid like he was gonna beat him. Like no,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't have Owen. I wouldn't have Owen beat the streak. No.
He get tuned.
This is why I don't believe that.
He would have brought him to a good match.
This is why I don't believe the whole CM Punk buyout AEW, because there's so much money left on the table with Punk and all these matches he can have in the future.
Yo, perfect segue, Nate. Perfect segue. Because, Tony Khan did say, as of late, he's not getting rid of nobody right now. Nobody's going nowhere.
I want it.
Is he talking about the Elite and CM Punk? When he's talking about nobody's going nowhere?
I won't get rid of
He
nobody.
did say that.
He needs to give up Rusev.
Because of Punk's injury, he's going to be out.
Yeah, he's like a non-issue until like April or May next year. I wouldn't worry about Punk.
So if something happens to Punk, it'll be very quiet. So, but I'm with Nate. There's too much money on the table to just, let people go.
Look at all the money. Look at the ratings you can make with the Bucks and Omega when they come back, because everyone wants to see what the hell's going on with them.
Yeah, put that in the storyline. Put that in the storyline. Like, especially everybody wants to see Punk versus Omega, right?
There's so many matches. Yeah. There's so many matches with all parties involved that we haven't seen yet. So
fucking Punk versus Joe, Punk versus Danielson, Moxley.
To me, one of the reasons why I wasn't really like mad or anything, but it was kind of disappointing. I felt like that there were still some matches Cody had left that we didn't see. Like we didn't see Cody Hangman. We didn't see Cody Kenny in AEW.
Oh, fuck Hangman.
We didn't see Cody MJF in a rematch. It was just a one and done. They could have gone again.
Well, Cody, he pacified himself. He said he just wanted to stay in the mid card, and we all said like, nah, that's not a good idea for him to stay there because he just basically you lowering your ceiling. Like, yeah, we understand that you don't want to be looked at as like a Jeff Jarrett or what may have you, but my dude, it's bound to happen. You're gonna have to elevate eventually because how much times you gonna win a TNT title?
Well,
yeah. But I already worked that one out because he could have went for the world title because he just said, "Oh."
He could have. That was on him. He didn't.
This is for Dusty, some bullshit. They could have done some stupid shit.
He didn't want to do it because he wanted to be. He was stuck with the idea that he wanted to be a babyface, even though it clearly wasn't working out that way. And
I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm glad he went that route because I could definitely see him being the conquering hero in WWE. Because who knows? That probably wouldn't have worked if you'd have turned heel in AEW. It probably wouldn't have worked. But he stuck. He stood 10 toes down and was like, "Nah, I'm never going to turn heel." And look, he He's looking like the person that's going to conquer the bloodline.
Well, that's why it
If-
works
if
in
Cody-
WWE, because WWE needs more baby faces, whereas AEW already
Yeah.
had several. So it just didn't work out that way.
If Cody's going for Roman, he's got to bring in Arn Anderson because we got to see Glock and a spine buster one more time.
So wait, Arn Anderson ain't with AEW no more?
No, he's still there.
I don't know. I don't. He's
Yeah,
still
he's
there,
still
but I don't
there.
know what he's going to be doing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the main thing too, because when he left, he really just screwed over the what was it, the Nightmare family, whatever. Yeah, because he basically screwed all of them over. I mean, the school still exists. Their YouTube is still uploading videos, but all those guys were getting TV time because of Cody. And after he left, that's it. You can see him like on Dark sometimes, but they're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of episodes with the Nightmare Factory. I like stuff like that. I like watching, starting from the bottom, now we're here type of characters.
Yeah. I
Character
wish WWE
development.
would do more stuff like that. I like the little show they had a couple of years ago called Breaking Ground. It was
Right.
following the NXT folks. They need to do more stuff like that.
And that's how you got motherfuckers like the Acclaim. We could appreciate the Acclaim because we've seen them on the grind ever since AEW Dark.
Right.
Yep.
That's why I'm not mad at the whole FTR thing. Like a lot of people were like, FTR should be the AEW Tag Team Champions. They've been
No,
number
they
one
got enough
contenders
titles.
since
Right, like how much titles do you want them to have?
Right, exactly. But even if they were champions, there's no way the Acclaim would be where they're at.
Who's
now.
that? Who's that? Ultimo Dragon with like 12 titles. What was it, Ultimo Dragon?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Like,
what's more important here? Isn't getting over a new, young, homegrown team? Isn't that more important? It is. So they made the right call there.
They definitely did, And I like how they did it. They didn't just, they didn't give it to them right away, give Swerve and Keith Lee, Swerve and Our Glory, give them a little, not a lengthy reign, but, let them hold their belts a little longer. And then have them win that Grand Slam. That was like the perfect time.
And let's see where it goes with Swerve, because at first it was like I think they were just booing because the fans just love the Acclaim. But let's see if the boos continue, because maybe let's see where he can go as a heel, because I think that's where the money's always been with Swerve as a heel.
Did you hear what FTR said? They said they would go back. They would go back to WWE, but they want to wait out their AEW contract. But if they go back, they want them like a Brock Lesnar schedule.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
they said they want a light schedule.
Well, if they
That's
want
the
to
thing.
go
It's
back
like
to a company, if they want to go back,
Which is
to a
fine. They're a
company-
tag team. They don't give a shit about tag team wrestling anyways. They could live.
Right.
But that's the thing. That's what we really need them. We need them there, like, if not every week, every other week. That's the main.
That's what I was about to say, man. If they want to go back to a company that doesn't care about tag team wrestling, that's their choice. So
yeah.
Because you know what it is. Motherfuckers thinking about that bread.
Bro, because they're IWGP champs, they're already guaranteed a Tokyo Dome payday. So I got no sympathy for FTR. They'll be just fine.
You get sushi and Asian snatch. That's awesome.
I love sushi.
Wait, what was the other question? You said something about the Elite, Sam, man. I forgot what it was.
Oh yeah. Do you guys think AEW need the Elite? The reason why I asked this is because, ever since the Elite has been gone, well, not all the Elite, but most of them, they've been staying above 1 million with the viewers. The locker room is not as toxic as it used to be. What do y'all guys think?
You look at them. They're the foundation of AEW. AEW wouldn't have been around without that pay-per-view with Cody, the Bucks, Omega. So you take that piece out, it's like it'll topple over. So no, I would keep them, until you can get all the value out of them. Once they have no more value, then you can get rid of them,
But that's the thing, though. Like, since they've been gone, nothing's been toppling over. They've been flourishing.
Yeah, well, that's good. They should, all their talent should get, showcased. But I still think you need them because you still probably want a Bucks versus FTR rematch. You want an Omega versus a Punk. match and
No,
Ryan Danielson.
Because I want rematches with that, but I don't want rematches with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Because it's boring. Boring. Roman's got one move, the drive-by. That's the only thing.
The Bucks and FCR hasn't fought each other that much. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, that's okay.
I mean, Roman could be in Aquaman 3, whatever the fuck movie it is they got.
Let's go.
What you think, Toph?
Well, they've always had a great social media presence, with BTE and stuff like that. So they've been a big part from day one. If they left, that would be a big blow. That would hurt a lot. It wouldn't be as bad as AJ leaving TNA, but it would be bad. Tag team wise, though, I do think AEW is at a point where if the Bucks left, it would hurt. But I think they got enough teams where they'd be all right. They got a good amount of teams now, and I think that AEW has very good goodwill with the tag team division. I would still keep them, like Nate said. I wouldn't fire anybody, but if in the absolute worst case scenario, I think that the tag team division would be okay without Bucks. Kenny though, no,
yeah.
they still need Kenny. They don't have enough. They don't have enough homegrown original main eventers yet. You got some prospects like Wardlow and Ricky Starks. You have guys who've been world champion like Hangman. You have guys in the wings like Powerhouse Hobbs, and you got MJF. Everyone knows he's going to get his push, but they don't have enough homegrown main eventers yet. There's still a lot more Kenny can do. There's a lot of legitimate dream matches with Kenny we still haven't seen yet. So
you think Kenny should win the heavyweight championship again?
It'll probably happen one day. But
yeah, later on down the road. Yeah.
But
how old is Kenny Omega?
He should be like 38, 39. He's still in good shape. But I know for a fact that the Elite
WWE.
I don't know if Cody's changed his mind or anything, but I remember all the members of the Elite said they don't see themselves in the business much longer because they've already been to so many places already. So
I would say this. I hope Tony Khan really stand 10 toes down on that. Don't get rid of nobody, because it's still this company, believe it or not, is still in its infancy, and they all gotta learn together. They all gotta make the shit work if they really want to be there. Especially if they really want to be there, it's all called growing pains. Mm-hmm. They got to figure out a way to make money, especially when it comes to this. This is like the hottest they ever been, and they're not making no money out of this shit. They need to figure out a way to make money out of this. And I don't know how it's possible, given the fact that this dude Punk is going to be cleared next year, and who knows when of the Elite will be back. But they got to figure out something.
Is AEW even selling a lot of merch?
Their thing is, I think the most they sell is ticket sales. Like when people go to their events, I think that's the most revenue they collect.
Because like we talk about the Acknowledge Your Daddy T-shirt, we talk about the Tribal Chief T-shirt, we talk about the Cena T-shirt, the Stone Cold T-shirt. We don't talk about no AEW T-shirts.
Punk when he first came in was selling good. Bryan Danielson shirt was selling good.
Yeah. The CM Punk shirt, when he first came back, that got sold out like very fast.
Bryan Danielson.
I'm talking about some AEW homegrown people, like other than the acclaim, they sell. Other than the acclaim, other than the jersey, because that just was announced. But
all I know is that they clean up on Wrestle Tees. I don't use Wrestle Tees, but they have constant top sellers on that site. Isn't that what most fans use nowadays? They just go on Wrestle Tees and
spring tees, Wrestle Tees, Teespring. all that shit.
Their pay-per-views are selling pretty good. They're getting about 5-6 million
Shit.
on a pay-per-view.
I'm gonna go over there and see what's up, Lord willing, to get these council roundtable shirts pressed up.
It's funny you mentioned merch because that was when I knew, like, you know, because like there's the indie boom, and then there's like when you could really see stuff popping off. When I knew that wrestling was changing was about 5 years ago. It was like 5-6 years ago when I used to go to the mall. We had a Hot Topic in our mall, and you know, you just do some window shopping. You're not really buying.
Yeah, look around. Yeah.
Look, you know, and I would always go in Hot Topic to let's see what kind of gaming shirts they had. You know, any kind of like, you know, movie shirts. Like I used to get like, you know, Ghostbusters shirts, Indiana Jones shirts, but they had a wrestling section, and usually it would be like, you know, like Cena shirts, NWO shirts, stuff like that. One day I went in Hot Topic. This is like, I want to say 2017 or 2018, and I saw a New Day shirt, and it was right next to a Bullet Club shirt. And to my surprise, the Bullet Club shirt was selling more than the New Day shirt. And I was like, wow, really?
Bullet Club was popping.
Yeah. That was when I knew.
Walmart was selling TNA shirts, I remember. Walmart was selling TNA shirts, and they're selling pretty good.
Yeah.
Their shirts are pretty cool.
Shit, as a matter of fact, GameStop is selling the action figures, the AEW action figures.
Oh yeah, those do well. Yeah.
Oh my god! Speaking of that one action figure, what was it? Chris? What was that one? The other day I showed you that picture. Oh, Lex Luger. It looked like fucking superstar Billy Graham with fucking Bret Hart's head.
It was a superstar Billy Graham, but it had Lex Luger. But what killed me though was it was next to a Bret Hart toy, and I was like, even toy Luger doesn't go over toy Bret.
Yeah. Holy shit, so bad.
Those are definitely the good times right there. With that whole Royal Rumble when they both bummed out.
That was a good finish. I like that.
It was. Definitely was.
And then the Bret Owen match was great at WrestleMania 10. Yeah, that was a good pay-per-view. That was probably one of my favorite pay-per-views.
I can't wait for Triple H to wipe that to get that Royal Rumble taste of this year out of my mouth, because that shit was trash. That's one of the worst Rumbles they ever did.
Isn't that which one was the one? What was that one again?
Which one with Edge returning? That shit was dope.
I'm talking about the one from this year. This year was awful.
Which one? I forgot which one was it from this year. What was it again?
This year was the one where Ronda Rousey came back and she looked like she.
Oh god, yeah, that's when we had the watch party. As a matter of fact, yeah.
And then the man's one was just nothing for like an hour until Brock showed up and just was bad. The whole show was bad.
That was dope.
Hey, is that guy Omos? Is he still wrestling, or is he hurt? What's going on with him?
He's still wrestling.
He's still wrestling.
He's there. Oh, I thought he was still selling the power bomb for Money in the Bank. Okay.
No, they just got nothing for him, and they put
of course,
back to 2.0.
I heard about that. They put him back with EndoShare, whatever they name.
Yeah.
Like,
all of Vince's pet projects are just like they're either not being used or just there. Like the person I feel sorry for the most is I always forget her name, man. I'll just call her by the glow name.
Aaliyah.
Naomi?
No. The white chick. The one that has the woman's rights, whatever her name is.
Oh, Lacey Evans.
Yeah, she's pretty good, but they just gave her a bad gimmick from day one. So, yeah.
You know what I think they might do? I think they might repackage her back into the Southern Belle. They might do that.
Man.
Because they see, I don't know what the fuck they was doing with the whole soldier gimmick. What they should have done with the soldier gimmick, she should have been Sonya Blade or some Sonya Blade type shit.
She's an actual Marine, though. She wanted to
That's
do
what
that.
I'm saying. She's actually have her like Sonya Blade. Why not? That's something new.
I like when she said she was pregnant. Ric Flair was strutting.
Because Sonya Blade is a baby face.
What happened was Vince got cute. You did the tribute video and you did the story about her life. And, it was really compelling. It was a good video. And then they overplayed their hand, and then they basically had her act all like heelish. It's like, bro, just let her be a face.
It was, and then they put her on Raw so randomly. then brought her back on SmackDown. It was like y'all didn't have no plans for her, and that's the thing that we always, baffled us when it came to Vince McMahon. Like, yo, why you always want to put motherfuckers on TV or get ready to put somebody on TV and you don't have no plans for them? It's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's the fast track to ruining somebody's career.
Hmm.
I should cheer more often.
You bugging shit. I share shit that's good. I'm not like you. I'm not gonna sit there and say anything is awesome just for the hell of it. No. If shit is whack, shit is whack.
Like Goldberg versus Undertaker, Saudi Arabia, that was awesome.
Yeah, fuck out of here.
The fact that I got somebody else to agree with me.
Raheem?
The fact that I got somebody else to actually agree with me in that video about Goldberg versus Undertaker was hilarious. I was like, bro, because they got a "This is awesome" chant, and then not only
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes your opinion so invalid. The Saudi Arabia, they said this is awesome. They just happy the motherfuckers is even there. They don't give a fuck what the fuck is really going on.
The real main event was on the tarmac. They might not have left alive.
That's really these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers told Yokozuna was still alive. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yokozuna, where's he coming?
Now, the Young versus Kane Undertaker was a bad match.
What you mean, Raheem Brown? Who's beating Naomi?
Oh, Lacey Evans, I think. Talking about.
Oh, yeah.
She beat Naomi? Oh God!
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Lacey Evans did get pregnant. That's why. When she came back.
Yeah, Ric Flair was strutting. He thought he was the dad. That was funny.
Yeah, but that's when she was on Raw. But remember when she came back after she had the baby, they repackaged her into a great value Sonya Blade, but didn't go all the way with it.
She wanted to do the strong woman Marine thing because of her daughter being born.
Well, what happened? One at a time, yeah. I didn't hear what you said.
No, I said that she wanted to do the whole Marine thing because, like, she wanted to do something for her daughter that she was born now. That's why she did the whole repackage of her character.
Yeah, they didn't follow through with it. That's what I was saying. She should have been like they should have had like a Sonya Blade type of character.
Fans booed her when she was given her American thing.
So do Bobby Lashley as Jax and The Miz as Johnny Cage? Or
there you go. Exact, perfect.
Mortal Kombat Fallen Raw.
The fuck, bring back Glacier out of retirement. You know what I'm saying? Have Sub-Zero.
Who's gonna play Baraka? That was my favorite character, Baraka.
I don't know, but Damian Priest, he's got digs on Nightwolf. That's all I know.
No, yeah, I like that. You know, Triple H, you know he's gotta be Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn, yeah. Shit.
Undertaker.
Bob Undertaker's on the welfare line.
Yeah, Vince McMahon
took him to the cleaners.
Yeah, and Vince McMahon's fucking Shang Tsung because all he does is suck.
Oh yeah. Good one. That was a good one. Oh man, fucking Vince. I'm not gonna lie, like I miss Vince the wrestler, not Vince the promoter. Cause I was watching some, like I said, I was binge watching Raw and shit like that, man. That Vince, oh man, the promos he used to cut, that's what Vince need to be doing. Why don't his ass go backstage and teach these young motherfuckers how to cut a promo?
Yeah.
Like, come on, no one is above the company, right? No one is above the WWE. That means you too, Vince. You could go on the PC and teach some young cats a few things.
That's what he pays people to do. So he would have to do that.
But nobody's above the company.
He does.
Nobody's above the company. Why he can't go down? Why he can't go down there and do that too?
Because he did. Look at what he did for Rob Gronkowski at WrestleMania. He jumped off the ledge at 78 years old.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
No, I'm talking about him going to the PC.
He's not a great wrestler. You don't want to learn from him.
You're not listening to me. I'm not wrestling.
Well, as a promo guy, there's plenty.
Yeah, like a promo coach. You know what I'm saying? Teaching. Because come on, Vince McMahon had great promos. Like almost every time he spoke on the mic, he was saying some funny shit or some compelling shit that made you look forward to the rest of the show.
My favorite Vince promo of all time. It's not even a wrestling promo. It's really just life advice.
Life sucks, and then you die.
What's funny about that?
I like that.
What's funny is if you go back and watch the promo, everybody's in character, but X-Pac fucking broke.
Well, I'm gonna try to find that shit right now. As a matter of fact,
X-Pac.
I like
X-Pac. He breaks.
Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna play that shit because WWE be acting way too anal with me, man. Like they had.
I like the interaction.
Gave me
I like the interaction with him and Austin. You could do the things the easy way or the hard way, and Austin's like, "Well, if you want me to do the things the hard way, give me a hell yeah."
Nate sent me a good one of Vince, Patterson, and Briscoe like in a bar looking for Austin. That was great.
Oh
yeah. I never saw that one. That was great. Yeah.
That was like a deleted scene off Walker, Texas Ranger. That's what that was.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was the one when they were looking for Austin. He quit or something. He wanted him to come back. Yeah, they go to this Texas bar.
Another thing I wanted to bring up. So what's your thoughts on this dude Triple H? I don't know if we spoke about this from before. We probably did, but fuck it, let's talk about it again. The new belt designs.
Good. I'm all for it.
Yeah. I really want to bring back the Eagle Wing one.
You think he's gonna merge the titles? You think he's gonna merge like when it comes to the tag team titles and the heavyweight title? You think he's gonna merge them?
Probably
he should.
The only belt I like is the U.S. title. I like it. Every other
belt, I like both of them. I like the U.S. and the IC belt. They both look.
I don't hate it. It just doesn't look like an Intercontinental title to me.
I like the old one from like the Ultimate Warrior days, the IC title. I like that one.
Get him a black
different color straps.
And
just get a blacksmith and just smelt the titles together.
We talked about this already too. Something else needs to change, and I don't know how much Triple H can, really do about it. Is like they got to up the theme song department. So many of the wrestlers have generic as fuck themes, like really generic. Like Braun Strowman had a cool theme, and they just gave him some new generic shit. Like, gotta work on that.
I think we did speak about that because let's really be real. A wrestler will be over or a superstar will be over as soon as their music start. You already got amped like, oh, that's my boy.
Chris Masters.
You know what I'm saying? The only one that still has that music like that is like an Edge or a Brock Lesnar. Like as soon as the music hits, you know who's coming out.
And that's because they got their old theme. People know because it's iconic. People know who it is.
Yeah. That's why I like AEW. They buy the rights to like some artist's song, like CM Punk.
That's not even more money.
I'm not trying to hear no.
No, but I mean, with Orange Cassidy, he's got that song "Jane" by Starship, so that's cool. That's a cool song, Jane.
Yeah, I like Jane.
That's a cool song.
Oh, Raheem said he saw the leak of the new belt. So what new belt? You mean the Universal belt or the heavyweight belt? I know there was a leak. Shit, look that up real quick.
I want to bring back the Eagle Wing one.
Seth Rollins got a good theme. Drew McIntyre has a good theme. Sheamus has a good theme.
You know what I like with Drew McIntyre? With that sword shit. Get rid of that fucking sword, my dude. You're not going to commit murder. Just get rid of the fucking sword.
Come on, as far as
I like Baron Corbin's old theme.
Yeah. Fake-ass Zelda-ass motherfucker. This ain't Zelda.
Real. And
the link of the pass in the face ass nigga.
Braveheart, and it was a memento from.
Who was that guy's name? The guy that did all the theme songs, Johnson, whatever. That was his last theme. Was Baron Corbin.
Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson.
Yeah.
Get him back.
Yeah. Get him back. Yeah, I know. Why the hell he get rid of him? Jesus.
I don't know why. Rey Mysterio, when he was in WCW, he wrestled for a while without his mask. Why don't he do that shit in WWE?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because he still looks like Ralph Macchio, 25 years old.
And like, yeah. And then like, you know, it would be great. Like, this would be the perfect time for him to do it because he could take off his mask and be like, "Mijo, it's me, your father." And he take off the mask and he's
yo, you stupid. No, you know what he should do? You know what he should do? Dominic should take it a step further and take the mask off of Rey Mysterio. Just yank it off like at the end of a match or something.
And then
like really make this dude that scumbag heel.
He should do like an interview with his dad and like, "Oh, I miss you, Dad. Oh, I miss you too, son. I'm not talking about you, Ray. I'm talking about Eddie."
Dominic should do like a Brock Lesnar, just take an elbow and go across his dad's head.
Yeah, let's take the mask off and have them come back with Master P and the No Limit Soldiers against Dominic and Bad Bunny.
Oh god!
Oh shit, that was cool.
Oh god! Didn't they have beef with was it the Texas Rednecks? Hey rap.
Cody used to make me fucking lose it, like in the last days of BTE before AEW started, when Master P bought what did he fucking buy? House of Glory, right?
Yeah, House of Glory. Yeah.
And Cody was like,
you know,
say,
oh yeah, you're saying that he's stupid.
I'll tell you what, this whole beef with Ray and Dominic would have been perfect if you would have mixed in Chavo Guerrero.
Where is
the fuck out of here? He's a fucking charisma vacuum. Yeah, his brother has to fuck up.
I like Chavo. He's cool.
He's playing golf as Kerwin White again, I guess.
Chavo Classic was better.
Ooh, Chavo.
I ain't gonna lie.
Fuck out of here.
There was a period in my life.
Maybe I'm not good enough. I quit.
There is a period in my life where I was addicted to listen to Kerwin White music in the shower. That shit was lit, man.
Yeah, that sounded really weird right there.
It was funny. Unfortunately, Eddie's death ruined it. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I learned something new today. I didn't even notice. Dean Malenko was a referee back in 1985 for Saturday Night Main Event. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. Malenko, a ref.
Everybody got to pay their dues. Look at Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, his dad wrestled in WWF, I think.
Look at Larry what he was saying his name. Larry Zbyszko.
This dude, Sergeant Slaughter, was a former heavyweight champion turned security guard.
Larry Zbyszko apparently just went to Bruno Sammartino's porch and just waited there until he let him in his house.
Yeah.
Disco Inferno. I know about that V Infuso dude. I don't know if y'all know about him.
Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah.
Yo, he flamed Disco Inferno.
That was the biggest bullshit story. Biggest bullshit story in WWF. Remember when Hogan was fighting Slaughter? They had to move the location because they thought Iraq was going to attack the LA Coliseum. No, you couldn't sell tickets, you dumbass.
What year was that? What was that, 91, 92?
Yeah, 91, I think it was. Yeah. So.
Yeah, business wasn't good that year, I think.
He moved it. Oh, they were going to bomb us. Yeah, okay. No,
what was that?
You bombed at the box office, Ben.
What was that? They made Slaughter. What was it? An Iraq sympathizer?
Iraqi sympathizer.
Sympathizer. Yeah.
That's so
dumb. Had Iron Sheik and then the other guy with the mustache.
Yeah, Colonel Mustafa. Like we know that's Iron Sheik. You can't sit there and say that's Colonel Mustafa. That's Iron Sheik. We know who that is. That's
Iron
like
Sheik is
just like when they try to change Ric Flair's name into what was his name? To Hercules or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember that? They try to give Ric Flair a character change, try to name him it was Hercules, wasn't it? What was it?
Yeah, it was Hercules. Yeah.
It was Hercules, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. The Hercules of Coke.
Would they have him as a Black Scorpion WCW? They were doing an angle.
Yeah, Black Scorpion. Yeah.
What happened was Vince probably thought he was trying to top the Toronto Dome with Hogan Warrior, but yeah, you're not going to top that for a long time. course, he would not have known that. He probably thought he could have, though. But
shit, they need to figure out a way how to top this segment. When I was talking about this day in wrestling history, that 8.2 rating with the "This Is Your Life" segment,
highest rated segment
ever. 8.2. Jesus.
Is that the one with the Rock?
Yeah, with the Rock and
it's crazy you mentioned that earlier today. I sent Nate a link of the total package, Lex Luger, when he got repackaged as the total package, and the segment was kind of eerie. It was kind of eerie because it showed Luger in a casket and Elizabeth.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. I was
and then they showed Liz walking down the aisle with the big ass tits.
Right. Well, anyway, I mentioned this because that same night, I didn't realize this. That same night was the Rock "This Is Your Life" segment. So yeah,
it was.
Yeah. I looked it up. The same night, that was the Rock "This Is Your Life" segment. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Come on, TJR Wrestling. What happened? How y'all don't mention that? TJR Wrestling. Damn, that was my source. Where I get this day in wrestling history. Come on now.
I tell you what. Shout out to Lex Luger for starring in that movie Barbarian.
Yeah, you stupid.
I mean, you look at back in the day, man. Nitro and Raw drew like combined ratings of 8+, 9 million. It was crazy.
And that's only
shit too.
Yeah, so there's no excuse.
That's the thing that I think, unfortunately, just a lot of younger fans, like, they'll never truly be able to understand it. Like, you can watch YouTube clips and you can hear podcasts and stuff, but like, they'll never truly understand how big wrestling was. Like, wrestling was so big back then. You could fucking go to a store like Walmart, go to the mall, and you could just ask a random person, "Hey, yo, what happened on Raw last night? What happened on Nitro?" And they can tell you.
Man, those are the days.
More people watch wrestling than they watch fucking sports. Well, maybe except the finals and the Super Bowl.
Except for Yankees. But yeah, you just clinched the East too.
All right.
Nice.
I used to remember my dad used to take me to get my haircut every Saturday, and I would go get my haircut, and I would go to the arcade. This was like maybe 97, 98, and just everybody in there was just talking about like what was happening on Raw, Nitro, what they were playing, like Street Fighter versus X-Men or like Mortal Kombat or something, man. Like, those were the days, man.
Hell yeah, man. Good memories.
I remember I was at a Raw in New Haven, Connecticut back in the day, and they had NWO fans trying to like invade the show with signs and shirts.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It's like, damn.
Yeah, like I remember, like motherfuckers, like my peoples and all that. They really used to throw NWO parties.
Yeah,
that was really a thing.
I wish I could have gone to a Nitro party if I could.
Yeah, Lee Marshall.
I would have.
Lee Marshall. You look like Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers.
Man, don't talk about
that. Shit was expensive. It was like $3.99 a minute for like 1-800-COLLECT. So what I used to do is like, please state your name after the beep. Hey, Dad, I'm at Lake Compounds. Come pick me up. Do you accept a call from, hey, Dad, I'm at Lake Compounds. Come pick me up. That's how I got around it.
Shit. Lee Marshall, he was Mr. WCW Worldwide.
He did the voice of Tony the Tiger for Frosted Flakes when the other guy died.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They were great.
Man. It sucks that days like that will never come back. You know what I mean? Like
I thought WWF New York could have worked. I don't know why it flopped. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I know why.
Because that shit was expensive as fuck.
Yeah, that's why.
Why it flopped. You know what's a crazy thing? Because I remember I went there for my birthday, and one of my waiters was telling me about the whole invasion shit. Like, he told me, like, yeah, man, WCW, ECW, they're all gonna come together, and they're gonna call it Super WWF. And me and my people was like, get the fuck out of here. This dude is on coke. Like, what type of shit you talking about? They all gonna come together and they're gonna call it Super WWF. And lo and behold, this shit fucking happened. I'm like,
pretty much.
That was crazy. But they ain't call it. Thank God they ain't call it Super WWF though. That would have been funny as hell.
I only went to New York once. I want to go back there someday. I did see WWF New York, but they recalled it the World. I think that's what.
The World. Yeah.
Yeah, they called it the World, but by the
That's
time
when
I got there,
they try to turn it more into like a nightclub. And I'm like, how you can try to turn it into a nightclub? This kids is this is when they still cater to the kids. You can't just come out with a nightclub.
I was pissed though because by the time I saw it, it was already closed, and I couldn't get a good view of it because unfortunately, when I visited, half the city was still messed up from 9/11. So I always remember that.
Yeah. Someone's got to send a tweet to Triple H, bring back Shotgun Saturday Night a couple times a year. That shit was funny. I used to like that.
They already had Shotgun Saturday Night. Control your narrative.
Oh, fuck that.
That's basically what Control Your Narrative was.
Control your roster, 2 people.
Like, that's a damn shame. When Karrion Kross and Braun Strowman left, they're already crippled. Like, damn, that's all it took. Y'all should have known that. It was a possibility they was going to go back to WWE. Like, at the end of the day, that's where the bag is at.
There, that's where Velveteen Dream can go. Velveteen Dream, the pedophile guy with the cock move, the mustache.
He's not going there. Joey Ryan.
They're with the cock move.
I used to stay fucking calling him out on this fuck shit, and people used to be hating on me, saying that I'm a hater for Joey Ryan. I'm like, how am I hating? This dude got people grabbing his cock, and
it's messed up too, man, because he found the perfect gimmick to hide how much of a creep he was. You know what's really creepy too?
Yeah, exactly.
Some of his intergender matches on YouTube have like hella views. He has like one match with Scarlett Bordeaux. That's Karrion Kross's lady. Last time I looked, that match had like 3 million views. But
I seen the one with Brandy Rhodes. I watched that one with Brandy.
Oh my goodness! Like, this dude be doing some disgusting type shit. Like, he would pour mad baby oil down his trunks, then put the lollipop in his trunks, and then after that suck on the lollipop. I'm like, what kind of weirdo shit is this, man? This dude is disgusting. And he got mad hair on his chest, like he drink nothing but Michelob all day. Like, come on, man.
Like
get this fucking weirdo the fuck out of here.
If Joey Ryan was back in the day like WCW, I would have seen him fight Norman Smiley. That would have been fucking hilarious.
They would have been a tag team.
Yeah.
The Butt Buddies.
The Butt Buddies with oil. They have like oil with
right.
The Japanese dude. AEW.
One dude is hitting you. One dude is hitting you doggy style. The other one got dudes grabbing his schlong.
Yo, Norman Smiley was
the fuck out of here.
Norman Smiley was my dude, and also big ups to Ernest the Cat Miller. That guy was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that was my dude. I'm the greatest.
You said, what was he, Mike Epps, if he was a wrestler? Yeah, there we go.
That was my guy right there, the Ernest the Cat Miller. Because remember when he first showed up, he was so bland. Like, they had him as a regular old karate master. And I know why they did it, because around that time, that's when they had, remember that show, WMAC Masters?
Wow.
They basically, exactly. They basically try to have him like on that type of time. Was like, nah, B, that's not gonna work.
Holy shit, that's like a Jeopardy question. I totally forgot that was.
WMAC Masters,
I think Ernest Miller was like training Bischoff for karate. I don't know. I think it was one of them.
Jesus Christ, I completely forgot that even happened. That was like.
Remember around that time. That's when Mortal Kombat was still popular. They try to, basically.
That was
Wrestling Bios channel did Battle Dome. Remember that shit? Battle Dome?
With Terry Crews?
Yeah. Battle Dome.
All those shows was like fucking wrestling, but like on the Nickelodeon budget, bro. We're gonna have a fucking steel cage on top of the aggro crag.
I'm not. Yo, Battle Dome was a little aggressive. Like, that shit was like American Gladiators on steroids. They used to be wilding on Battle Dome.
Yeah.
Like, I remember it was just one event they was doing. Like, basically, the dude had a ball and he had to basically throw the ball into like the base. The base is in the middle
Yeah.
of the middle of the arena, and the one that's defending the base, he got boxing gloves. So as soon as you get close to him, he can just fuck you up with the boxing gloves. Like, what the type of shit is this? Yeah, Battle Dome was crazy. Remember they had this dude Terry Crews on there. Like, it's crazy because after he came from there, I think that's what he was on Friday after next. I think that's what I seen him next. And I'm bugging. I'm like, what the fuck? T Money? What is T Money doing on Friday after that?
First time I saw him was Training Day. Yeah.
Was it Training Day? What came on first? Friday after next or Trading Day?
Training Day. That was 2001.
I think it was 2001. Yeah.
What was crazy too was like he literally got his he didn't have any acting ability at the time, but they liked him because he just looked like a scary dude in the background. And they're just like they hired him, and Terry was like, "What you need me to do?" And they were like, "Just stand there." just stand, just stand
easy
there.
Payday. Come to figure out that dude, either he's a punk or he has the patience of a monk. Because ain't no motherfucking way a dude is gonna be grabbing my junk like ever, especially in front of my wife. Like. And he did it twice. The dude did it twice. I matter of fact, he did it 3 times. I'm like, oh my God, huh?
You talking about Cat Williams in that one scene?
No, this happened in real life. Okay, this what happened, right? They was at a party.
Okay.
Yeah, they was at a party, him and his wife. And was it the agent, Snug? It was his agent or whoever it was. It was a popular. It was not. It was a really important dude. Hold on, wait, hold on.
He was important. Yeah, he
hold on. I'm gonna let you say it afterwards. But what I heard, like basically, what I read, the dude. Long story short, the dude grabbed Terry Crews nuts in front of everybody, his wife, all that, and then I guess Terry Crews pushed him off. And then he grabbed his shit again. He grabbed his shit like 3 times all together, and Terry Crews didn't earth this dude.
Ow.
Yeah, like he didn't want to be because you got a lot of white people out there, and he didn't want to be looked at as the aggressive black guy.
Oh well, and that's the thing. How could you look at it as an aggressor? The dude, you was basically violated. How you looking at it as an aggressor?
But like he probably had a lot of connections in Hollywood, and he didn't want to lose roles and stuff like that.
That sounds like that Will Smith story. Remember that story about that guy that tried to kiss Will Smith and then he slapped him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? How you gonna try to just kiss me on the mouth? Yeah, you damn right you're gonna get slapped. You see how Will Smith played that shit over? Yeah, Will Smith was known for slapping motherfuckers. But still. The fuck?
I mean, but
Terry Crews did nothing. That made him look real bad.
Well, he spoke up about it.
I was just thinking that King Kong speech in Training Day, that was Vince in the board meeting when they were getting rid of him. That was Vince McMahon.
You're right. I just hope Vince is in great health and, spending time with his grandbabies. He needed that. Like, go spend some time with your grandbabies. Go take them places. Go have fun. You got grandbabies, enjoy them.
So much to the business, man.
He did. But he's burnt out. He has nothing left. Now it's time for you to enjoy your riches with your family.
He should have stayed.
The only thing is, he did so much damage with NXT. It was like, fuck, man, anyways.
Yeah, well, he can spend the rest of his life with his grandkids, man. All I want to know is where the fuck is that T-Rex head? I want to steal that shit.
Word. That's a $1 million question.
Oh, the egg. Yeah, the egg.
Yeah, like who's gonna be in Vince's office? Is this office vacant or
No,
let me find out vacant got Vince's office now.
The office.
He does do vacant one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate.
I was gonna say I just want to be on Vince's bedside on his deathbed, so he can tell me where the briefcase is from Snuka. That's all I want to know. I want that.
Nobody will never know what was in that briefcase.
No, that's like fucking Pulp Fiction right there.
Pulp Fiction, yeah.
I always heard that I always heard in Pulp Fiction there was supposedly a soul in the briefcase.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Yeah.
Soul. Yeah.
Shit.
It was Tony Khan's cocaine. It was Tony Khan's cocaine.
Shit. That motherfucker. I know Tony Khan don't get no sleep anymore.
He does.
I low-key feel bad for him. I do. I low-key feel bad for him because he's going through his growing pains, but he just got to learn. He has to learn, and what I don't feel bad for him is what he don't learn. And he keep doing the same silly shit. My dude, you got to learn. Like, yeah, I understand. Like, it's like a dream come true. You got a company that you can call your own. You working with people or wrestlers, what may have you, that you grew up watching. That's awesome. It's an awesome feeling. But you gotta, get a fucking grip. You're running a business.
He wants everyone to like him. He wants to be friends with everybody. You can't do that for your boss. That was just walk over
random ass matches together, like Moxley versus that Juice guy.
Well, that's not though.
Juice Robinson, but they have a history, so it's not that bad. They have a history. So, you got to remember too, Tony Khan. They got a football team, a soccer team, and a wrestling company. That's a lot of fucking workload. It's a huge load.
And that's why I said Tony Khan needs a team. He wants to do everything himself.
Hire us except for Snuggles.
Does AEW have the video game coming out? They better have that out. That better be a success, otherwise he's gonna be on a lot of money.
It definitely has to be.
I'm not a wrestling game guy, but everyone I hear says it's basically going to be like No Mercy, and that's one of the better like games. So I think it'll be okay.
I like WCW versus NWO Revenge or
Hell yeah, me too. I love that too. Yeah,
I like those games, but I love how you puff out your chest to block a nut shot. I'm like, yeah, okay.
That's how it was back then.
Stupid.
THQ be that
you can do the Doomsday device. I love that. You used to do the Doomsday device.
I used to play the WrestleMania the arcade game when I was a kid. That was like Mortal Kombat over.
Oh hell yeah! I got that. I still got that game.
There was one at the bowling alley I used to play. It had like Ultimate Warrior, Hogan.
I got that game too. WrestleFest.
That was the one.
What's his name was supposed to? What's his name was supposed to be in WrestleMania the arcade game? You mentioned him last week, Sandman. Not Crush, the other guy.
Earthquake.
Did you say his name was Adam Bomb?
Adam Bomb?
Yeah.
Oh,
he was supposed to be in the game, but they ran out of time.
He wasn't needed.
Yeah.
When they're going to put the Shockmaster in these WWE games?
Oh my God, Astral Wall.
Give him a move.
I will continue to say it wasn't the fall. It was the wrestlers reacting to the fall that was funny. Fucking Davey Boy.
Sid kept going.
It was everything. It was everything all together. Him falling through the wall, the fucking voiceover helmet, them dudes laughing, the voice. It was everything. Everything was just a clusterfuck of silliness.
You want a piece of me? You want a piece
Sid
of me?
Was great. He's like, I don't care who you are. I was like, I don't care who you are.
I'm here to shock the world. You sure did.
You want a piece of me?
Shit. But anyways, we went past the 2 hour mark. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a fun show. I didn't even think we was gonna, get some topics out there, given the fact that, the rest of the news has been a little slow as of late, but we still touched on a lot of things anyway. That's what's up.
Who's gonna see Halloween Ends?
That shit needs to end.
It's gonna end.
What they gonna do with this dude now? Like they done did everything to Michael Myers. What else can you do to this nigga?
You know, this movie is gonna have more false finishes than fucking Fiend Rollins.
The fuck, man?
They'll rehash the Halloween story after.
Before we go,
he's taking the movie out. Is with M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh God, get that dude away from me.
Oh, before we go.
No, that's really good.
What's his movie coming out? What is it?
I forgot the name of it, but look up Batista and M. Night Shyamalan. He's got the trailer's out already. It's really good. It looks like
the Eighth Sense or something.
I don't know what it's called, but like I know like Batista and his crew looks like a bunch of like straight edge society people.
What does Batista say? Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
He looks like he kind of looks like he does that in the trailer.
All I was gonna say is before we go, it was brought to my attention yesterday. I mean, I doubt they'll wait this long, but Halloween is on a Monday this year, so if they really wanted to play their cards right, they could play out this White Rabbit shit till Halloween. But I don't think they'll wait that long.
They should.
I figured they was. Yeah, I figured they was going to do that.
They should do like a double return
about that too. They're going to make the life characters. They're going to make Scarlet as the woman, fucking Karrion Kross as another character. They're going to come to life, the puppets. I'm like, I thought that was a good idea.
Wait, you said what? Wait. Oh, like what? Like Bray Wyatt? Like how they had the Funhouse? They're going to have them as puppets?
Yeah. The characters are going to come to life. The Scarlet's going to be the woman, and then Karrion Kross going to be another character. And Kevin Dunn's going to be the rabbit, probably with the buck teeth.
Well, when's Extreme Rules? When's the Extreme Rules pay-per-view?
That's a good question.
I'm
gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
You got to either have them at the pay-per-view or that Monday. I would have them.
Yeah, I was gonna say because if you're not gonna do the debut or the return at the pay-per-view, you may as well wait till Halloween. But I know that.
I wouldn't mind. They should do like a double return. Have Bray Wyatt come out and then have the Undertaker come out right after. Like we didn't expect two people to come out of nowhere.
So Extreme Rules is going to be out October 8th.
Oh, okay, so early in October.
I want Eric Bischoff to come on our show. She should be on here. Because I want to ask him, how do you fire two guys for bleeding at a pay-per-view call uncensored? I want to know. Still, 27 years later, I'm still asking that question.
Shit, who knows? Like, I might have some interviews lined up. You know, we keep the show going. Have some interviews lined up.
I mean, I got Tony Norris on my Facebook. Ahmed Johnson, but I don't think we'll understand the subtitle.
Yeah, I know. Yo, Jake, I'm so sick of these boys jumping me, jumping you, jumping go.
Ahmed Johnson, that dude.
Him and Booker T put nasal strips over, man. They always sold that nasal strips.
Yeah, what was the deal with that shit? Like they about to go jump in the pool or something.
That's crazy.
That's the same thing with Cesaro and that stupid stickers on his back.
If you
that's
had
a Kinesio tape.
Yeah. That's crazy too because I've never seen any other wrestler with those nasal things ever since.
Right. I don't know. I guess it prevents them from breaking their nose. I don't know.
You remember when Lashley was going through the you guys remember when Lashley was going through the Globetrotter phrase where he had the little band around his head?
Oh God. I remember what I was saying. I was like, yo, why does dude keep wearing that stupid ass headband? I forgot who said it. Oh, because they would say, oh, because you don't have no eyebrows. I'm like, so what?
Oh, okay. I never realized that. See, that's a good observation there.
Like, you see, he took the shit off. Like, who the fuck cares if you got eyebrows or not? We're not here to let's say America's Next Top Model.
What about Triple H and his jorts phase? Remember that in like 03?
Oh yeah, when he had beef with Goldberg. When he was wearing the motherfucking them sassy ass biker pants. Like my nigga, the fuck?
I just came up with a what if topic. What if fucking Stevie Ray busted Cap in Vader's ass? I know that's
Then this dude Stevie Ray would probably still be in jail right now.
He was gonna shoot him. The squeeze.
What do you think about doing? They see how big that dude Vader was. You can't fight that dude straight up. You gotta blast that dude. They called him the Mastodon, for Christ's sake. Shit. But anyways, lots of fallback and all that. Yeah, man. You already know the vibes. I'm gonna go live on Friday, so I'll see y'all then, B.
All right, I'll see you.
All right, later, guys.
Take it easy. Yep.